If this is you, you're probably lying awake at night, replaying the silence in your head, wondering who's really winning this game. You told yourself you wouldn't reach out. You swore you'd stay strong, but every day that goes by, the silence feels heavier. Maybe you check your phone 100 times, hoping their name lights up your screen, but it never does. Maybe you scroll through their profile, dissecting every post, every like, every story, asking yourself, are they thinking about me, or am I the only one suffering here? It feels like a war you didn't sign up for, a battle where the weapons aren't words but absence, where every second of silence cuts deeper than anything they could ever say. You wonder if they miss you at all, or if they've already forgotten. You question your worth, your place in their life, and the longer it drags on, the more you start to feel invisible. But here's the truth. No contact isn't just silence. It's power, it's strategy, it's a test of who can hold out longer without breaking. And while you're sitting in the quiet, wrestling with your thoughts, they're wrestling too, even if they'll never admit it. So the real question is, how do you turn this silent standoff into a win without losing yourself in the process? Most men get this situation wrong because they treat no contact like a punishment instead of a principle. They think silence is a weapon to make her chase, when in reality, it's a mirror that shows her who you really are without her presence. And the truth is, if you're sitting there counting the days, obsessing over who breaks first, you've already lost the battle, not with her, but with yourself. The core masculine principle most men miss is this. Discipline isn't about controlling her, it's about controlling you. No contact isn't a tactic to manipulate her emotions. It's a test of your own strength, your own patience, your ability to stand solid in your frame without needing validation. Most men crumble because they still believe silence is about her. It never was. It's about proving to yourself that you can walk away with dignity, and only then do you truly win the silent battle. The room is quiet, but the quiet feels loud. He sits on the edge of his bed, phone in his hand, thumb hovering over the screen like a soldier with his finger on the trigger. The glow of unread messages that aren't there stares back at him, mocking his patience. He scrolls through old conversations, hearing her voice between the lines, remembering the warmth that used to be there. He tells himself, don't do it, stay strong. But in the silence, doubts creep in. What if she's not thinking of me at all? What if my silence means nothing? What if she's already moved on? The hours pass, days blur. He imagines her, phone in her hand too, staring at his name the way he stares at hers. The thought brings both pain and power. He feels the weight of the battle. Two people locked in a war where the only weapon is absence. Every vibration that isn't her feels like a wound. Every empty night feels like a test. But then, beneath the noise of longing, a deeper voice rises inside him. Steady, grounded, the silence isn't about her, it's about me. Can I endure it? Can I hold my ground without reaching? Can I prove to myself that I don't need her reply to know my worth? The phone dims. The room is still. And in the quiet, for the first time, he feels something stronger than the ache of he feels himself winning. One of the biggest lies men believe about no contact is that it's a tactic to make her miss you. They think if they just stay silent long enough, she'll come running back. But that mindset keeps you chained to her reaction, and the whole point of no contact is to unchain yourself. If your silence is a game, you've already lost, because games come from fear, not strength. Another false belief is that breaking no contact means weakness, while holding it means victory. The truth is deeper. No contact isn't about winning against her, it's about winning against your own neediness. If you're sitting there keeping score, you're still trapped in the very thing you're trying to escape. She didn't ghost you. You disappeared from yourself. No contact isn't about her attention, it's about your foundation. The 3% man approaches no contact with a completely different mindset. While most men see silence as a game of waiting, hoping, and outlasting, he sees it as an opportunity to center himself. This is what he understands. Her silence isn't a threat. It's space for him to grow stronger in who he is. He doesn't crumble in the absence of validation because his identity was never built on her response in the first place. This is how he leads with presence, not pressure, by knowing that his value doesn't rise or fall depending on who texts first. He doesn't wait by the phone. He doesn't measure his worth by attention. He carries himself with calm certainty whether she returns or not. That certainty is magnetic because it isn't desperate, it's rooted. The 3% man wins the silent battle not by outlasting her, but by outgrowing the need for the battle at all. He sits in the silence, the same silence that once felt unbearable. Nights of staring at the screen, waiting for her name to appear, had carved a hole inside him. But tonight, something shifts. The ache is still there, but beneath it, he notices something steady. His own breath, his own heartbeat, the quiet reminder that he's still here. For the first time, he realizes the silence isn't empty at all. It's full of the strength he had forgotten, full of the man he used to be before he handed his worth to someone else's attention. He sees clearly now. He was never waiting for her to break the silence. He was waiting for himself to wake up inside it. And in that moment, he understands he doesn't need her to choose him. He only needs to choose himself. The battle was never about who would reach out first. The real victory is standing tall in the quiet, no longer afraid of being alone, because he finally remembers he was whole all along. The man who wins the silent battle is the one who realizes he was never waiting on her. He was always waiting on himself.